You know, the fight for freedom is very difficult. And the reason why the fight for freedom is very difficult, because you have to convince others to join in. And it's always the same thing of why they don't want to fight. It's because the thing they're seeing that's being taken down, they don't agree with, they don't like. If I don't care about it, if I don't like it, who cares? Let it take them down. It's always the same story. They went for them and they did nothing until it was too late. They came for them later on, and so on and so forth. Every single time, the same story. I don't care about them. I don't like that. So they get taken down. Who cares? The next thing you know, help me. They're coming after me. Can someone help me? And the person next to them, I don't care about you. So let them take you down. And then it keeps happening over and over and over again. And it's been going on for a while, and you slowly start seeing it creaking up. It's no longer creaking, it's right there in your face. It's happening right before you in real time. And it might be too late. It really might be too late before what's going on right now. Seeing everything that's being exposed, A while back, like last week, we heard a lot of Steam games that everyone didn't agree with were taken down off of Steam. Visa and MasterCard are taking over and monopolizing the entire market, forcing people to publish things their way and only things that they care about for the safety of their brand. But it sucks when it's actual real controversial content that's actually with real people that's being displayed, they take forever to take down. But if it's some fictional stuff, oh no, 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 baby, it gotta go. No, I don't care much for loot games. I don't really play loot games like that. The last loot game I really played, like to intentionally loot, was Akiba's Trip, and that was it. And that's on I had that on almost on every PlayStation console I had. I had it on the Vita, I had it on the PS3, the PS4, and even on my Steam Deck. It is very fun. You strip people off their clothing. I even enjoy the anime. But that's the only last lootist game I've ever really played. Other than that, you'll have a sexy woman here and there, but I don't really count that loot. It's just a sexy woman. That's pretty much what it is. And of course, there's the mobile games. There's the Honkai, Genshin, and stuff. Nikkei, Goddess of Victory, so on and so forth. But like I said, some people don't care about those games because they call them gooner slop, stuff like that. And one thing I've always understand watching comedy cartoons is nothing is more scarier than a woman with too much free time on their hands. Because when they have too much free time on their hands, they tend to have this feeling of accomplishment is what they need. And they start trying to do things that no one asks them to do, no one wants them to do, but they do it anyways. And they do it with full on dedication. And that's where Karens. That's how Karens are created. Females with nothing better to do with their lives. I know some people feel attacked, but you know what Karens are. But I'm just telling you how they're created. Most of the time, they're very well privileged, and they don't got much going on in their lives. Everything's good according to plan, so they need some sort of conflict or accomplishment. Any means necessary. They need something to prove their dominance, their worth of existence. So there's this thing in Australia called collective shouts that took praise for the takedown of games on Steam. So we believe some people thought it was just them just taking praise, but no, it's actually a lot further than that. They have connections with the Australian government. And if you go to Australia, a lot of things are banned in Australia. A lot of dumb things are banned in Australia. A lot of manga, a lot of anime, and even some video games. These people apparently even tried to get rid of Detroit Become Human because of their display of slavery when it came to the robots. But which is ridiculous. I was thinking about that. I to this day right now, my brain just stopped. Like, really, you got nothing better to do with your time to try to ban a game that I didn't really care about, but I know others did. So I wish for it to continue, and so games start being taken down. Same thing with certain publishing of certain things like Dojin work and stuff like that. Lewd content. Visa card have been coming in and just stopping people, threatening them. And the reason is to protect their brand. It has nothing to do with their brand. If you are 18 years and older, you should have the right to buy whatever you want, whenever you want. If it's an adult content site, whatever it may be, you should have the right to buy it. And it's not about because, well, I don't like it, so who cares? That's not the point. If the fact that they try to get rid of a game like Detroit Become Human and probably other games that they did not agree with because probably some political messaging or whatever it may be, they'll try their best to get rid of it. And of course, there are people who sit there and let it happen because they don't care. They don't care because it has nothing to do with them. And it's something that they don't like, so therefore out of sight, out of mind. Shame. Really a shame. They should not be thinking that way. You should be thinking about the bigger picture, but unfortunately a lot of people never think about the bigger picture of what's really going on within your with your world. They never do. And because of that, so many things are swept under the rug. Some things are passed through because they weren't paying attention or they didn't bother to care. So look, where are we now when it comes to this? Games being taken down. People can't publish their works. Might be losing money. Believe it or not, a lot of indie artists get their work off of lewd content. It's the truth. A lot of people don't want to agree to it, but that's how a lot of people get their money because there's a lot of gooners out there, man. A lot of gooners. There's nothing you can do about it. Especially in this world where a lot of people are single and lonely now, we got more gooners. Where else are going to come to for that sort of simulation, I would say. But anyways, these people, of course, are hypocrites because at the same time they advocate stuff for like cuties and probably even Big Mouth. But anything else, no, 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 no. It's always the same story. It's always, I must stop people from watching this fictional content. But you look behind them, they're supporters of this non-fictional content. Well, at least it's fictional content dealing with actual minors. Every single time. When you go on X, you always see some person saying, oh, don't look at anime, it's all porn slop. You shouldn't be watching, you should be on the FBI list if you watch anime. And then you look at their past of the things they retweeted, bookmark, or even used to like. You see, they're into some very questionable or disturbing things every single time. These little hypocrites. So most of the times it's projection. You know, it's a wolf going on pretending to be a sheep, saying, "Oh yeah, look at the pervert, look at the nasty person over there. Pay attention to them," as they themselves indulge in their disgusting fantasies every single time. I just roll my eyes about this. But it's so bad that even the Japanese parliament are involved. Even my boy, Ken Akumasu, the creator of Negima, Love Hina, and UQ Holder, is in the mix as usual. He's always been talking about the influence of a Western mindset affecting the world in trying to push their ideology onto everybody else. It's not even their ideology, it's the company's ideology, it's the government's ideology, it's these Karens' ideology of what they want, trying to push it onto everybody. Funny enough, the lewd game I was talking about, the lewd anime I was talking about, one of the main antagonists in there was a woman who was trying to get rid of lewd content in Akihabara. And turns out she was a very corrupted person at the end of the day, and she was arrested. Wow, this sounds very familiar. It's all like we're going through this right now in real time. And we're dealing with people who probably have some very sick fantasies behind the closet, but they want to ruin the fun for everybody else because they're just miserable people who want to spread their misery about to everybody else. They're not protecting nobody because the people who watch it are the only ones who watch it and enjoy it, and that is it. It's not hurting nobody. It's not affecting nobody but the person who's consuming the product. So let them consume the product. You're supposed to be consumers, right? So let them consume. I understand you're flashing out the product to everybody, especially underage people, then yeah, that's not okay. I don't agree with that. But the thing is, that's not what's happening. You have to sometimes go. You have to log in. In some places, you have to share your ID to prove that you can be there. Which, in a way, I'm see about the ID thing, but it should be a better way to prove that you're over age to consume that content. But either way, it's the only way I can think of right now. But what's going on is that I'm saying that's not good enough. It's the same thing censoring content in mature video games or mature um, shows and movies when you go to buy them. Why are you censoring stuff for older people? It makes no sense. If you're 18 years of older, if you can go to war, you can carry a gun, you can shoot a person, kill a person, smoke, drink, drive, get it on, go to a club, and throw your money around. If you're old enough to do all that, it shouldn't matter. Well, I don't know why this is what affects you. This is what harms you in a way. It's not harming you. And if anything, you're just killing the fun for everybody else. It makes no sense. You're not protecting the children. Well, I guess true. Sometimes some minors get their hands on this content. There's nothing you can do about that. It's like a minor getting their hands on a gun or alcohol. There are some ways you just can't stop it all. You do your best by putting off some red tape, but that's the best you can do. Other than that, it's up to the parents and the guardians and whoever is old enough to look after the minor to make sure they're not dealing with that kind of stuff. Other than that, it shouldn't be none of your business. That's why I never understand about censorship and adult content, whether it's sexual or it's gory, violence, anything. You're an adult. No one should be telling you what to do with your content that you consume. You know, whether you agree with it or not. This is about the freedom of speech. This is about you having what you want, as long as it's not harming anyone and it's not showing anything of reality. If it's not harming nobody, it shouldn't matter. But unfortunately, we're in this world where people want to control what other people do no matter what. People just can't live and let live. And it is a shame. So with Visa, these card companies, and now Collective Shout, and God knows there might be plenty more than that behind the scenes, just pushing their narrative on the people. It's ridiculous, and I'm getting real sick of it. It's nuts. But anyways, man, talk about this, man. Tell other people what's going on so we can find someone who knows what to do to counter this, to shut this crap down once and for all, and make sure it never pops its ugly head up ever again. So anyways, that's what I got for this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This is the Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.